The Indian Premier League is underway, yes, but preparations and planning are all already starting to fall into place for what is to come later, India's Test series against England. And there are murmurs and reports of Captain Rohit Sharma opting out of the Test series. We're going to decode this and what could really happen in there. Now, India, of course, is in a transition phase. It is all but clear. Rohit Sharma and Virat Kohli both hung up their boots in T20 internationals after leading India to a memorable T20 World Cup win last year. But there are still two other formats, and both gave little to no indication of resting from the game when it came to this. Let's look at the ODI format first. Both Rohit and Virat had a good Champions Trophy campaign, at least with the bat, just last month. Of course, it was not mammoth scoring, but they looked good and solid out there, putting in key performances when mattered. Because ultimately, it is a team game and the two were pulling their weight. In fact, Rohit went out and put all talks of him possibly announcing his retirement from this format by addressing that at the press conference.
I'm not going to retire from this format, just to make sure that no rumors are spread moving forward.
So that is that, and if word is to be believed, he will train with Abhishek Nair to get into the fittest possible shape for the next World Cup. The ODI World Cup, that is, seems a little improbable but not impossible. If Imran Khan could come out of retirement to win a World Cup for Pakistan at 41, which is decades ago, in 1992, Rohit Sharma can stay fit and strong for another 2 years, surely. Well, that's the hope. Now, of course, comes the grueling format, the tests. Now is when we enter a slightly tricky ground. While Rohit Sharma's hunger isn't conditional, he would want to go out on a high in this format too. The last Test series against England, against Australia, beg your pardon, was a woeful one, particularly for Rohit. He missed the first Test for the birth of his second child. India, of course, won that under the leadership of Jasprit Bumrah and then flew in to take charge. The next three Tests were disastrous for the visitors, so much so that Rohit Sharma had to sit out of the last Test. Rohit Sharma even came out during the last game and spoke to the broadcasters that it was in fact his decision to sit himself out of this one as he was not performing and the team was suffering hence.
This decision is not a retirement decision, nor am I going to step aside from the game. There is no such decision. I'm out of the game because of the lack of form.
Rohit proved that the team mattered more than his ego or his place in the 11. But the Champions Trophy win turned all that around, announcing that he was here to stay for a while at least. The England series, while essential for India, is also a time to reflect and work on the Indian transitioning squad. Who to take over? If Rohit Sharma sits out of this series, who will take charge? Who will step up? Jasprit Bumrah, of course, is the ideal replacement, but when will he come back fit? If sometime during the IPL, then great, he gets that match practice in. He will have time to get back into his groove and work towards attaining full fitness by the time India is ready to leave for England. If not, who then? The options, of course, are a few youngsters, possibly Shubman Gill or KL Rahul, who are the most consistent presence in the 11. Shubman Gill is yet to get into a rhythm with his batting now before he's entrusted with captaincy responsibilities, at least in the longest format. KL Rahul is definitely an option, but will he want this stopgap arrangement? Because we know how he feels about leadership. But will Rohit Sharma opt out of this for this break? Is this a way to preserve and remain fit for the years to come? Players' minds, especially when they've reached a certain level in the sport, is rather complex. It's difficult to really assess and read what goes through in there and what they truly desire at that point. Rohit Sharma would definitely want to pace himself out for a big burst. But maybe this will be one chapter in that course.
Greeting you with aloha and namaste.
No, I love India.
Presence, occupation of a territory by another country pertains to India. What we saw in Kashmir.
How do you see Trump's America?
Yes, the current administration behaves differently from the previous administration.
Are you saying that there are foreign powers who are trying to bring down the current government in Syria?
Exactly.
Bluntly, Iran, maybe Russia too. Prime Minister Modi committed to South-South, cooperation.
Not over 50%.
Is Ukraine prepared to pay the price for that peace?
No compromises at the cost of territorial integrity and sovereignty.